My name is what? My name is who? My name is Still Talk Sports. Let's get it. This is Still Talk Sports.
What's up, everybody? This is Still Talk Sports. We're back with another episode. This is NFL Preseason Week 2 report. Just kind of a breakdown, mostly what I saw from rookies, because that's the majority of what played, but giving a breakdown, in-depth kind of analysis of what I saw. So, Week 2 of the preseason started off with the Titans and Falcons, which the Titans ended up winning that game. Cam Ward started. I think he played 3 possessions, maybe 2, but was 2 for 7. But I don't think the 2 for 7 really encapsulates how he played. He had a few drops there, on a couple really good balls. He had a corner ball that was a little reach for the receiver, but a good ball nonetheless. And the receiver's got to come down with that, and he knows that. So, and then one more drop, so it should end up 4 for 7. But really, same kind of thing. Control of the offense, looked poised, looked like he understood the playbook, looked like he understood if this happens, what's going to happen here, who's going to crank, and all that. So, I was really impressed again with Cam Ward. What I saw. Even from the Titans in general, I think the Titans are not getting talked about enough. They had a good defense last year already, so if their defense can stay half the team it was, if their offense is half better, it works. It works. So excited to see what happens with them and kind of go from there and hope hope the Titans can do something. And then the next game we had was Chiefs and Seahawks. Seahawks 33, Chiefs 16. Really impressed from what I saw from Sam Darnold. I know it was only, I think, 1 possession, but 4 throws and ended up having a touchdown. So Sam Darnold looked like Sam Darnold last year, not of Sam Darnold of old. So I think getting in those systems with coaches that know what they're doing and kind of can settle you down and get you ready is kind of what he needed. And it's looking like it's working out for Sam Darnold, just kind of like Gino had a revival in his career late in time. So good to see for Sam Darnold and the Seahawks organization. And then Drew Lock, of course, great start, backup quarterback, 10 for 12, 129, 2 touchdowns. So, and sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick, if that's it, you can tell. So next game we had is the Dolphins and the Lions. Dolphins won this one. Zach Wilson, 15 for 23, 151, 1 touchdown. I didn't watch too much of it, so I couldn't really tell you what happened. But Dolphins, seemed like they were in control. I'm mostly going to talk about teams that I've watched and that I know have, rookie quarterbacks or young quarterbacks that are trying to impress. So, Patriots-Vikings. Patriots win that game pretty easily. Okay, easily. It's 20-12. But Patriots are a team that I'm high on this year based on the fact that Mike Vrabel has probably been a top 5 coach and was a top 5 coach for every year he was in Tennessee, except the last year where they traded away all his good players and we're like, hey, this is what you got. You're gonna be garbage with no good players. So enjoy. But Drake May out there, I think him in his second year is gonna really develop. I liked what I saw from Drake May at the end of last year. I think he started to figure it out and kind of figure out how the NFL game works and reading more coverages, reading more defenses, and kind of just understanding how everything's going to flow in the situation. So I like the Patriots. I like the AFC East. I mean, I think, of course, it's the Bills division still, but Patriots could be a team to be sneaky and surprise some people. Next game was the Browns and Eagles. Browns won. Shedeur did not play in this one. Shedeur was hurt. So it was Dylan Gabriel's turn to step up. He had an okay game. He went 13 for 18, 143, 1 pick. But, from what I watched, he seemed in control. The pick was really bad. It was a really poor decision. But, he looked good. He looked poised and like he knew what he was doing and knew what the offense was and knew where to go. But he just, they named Flacco the starting quarterback. And I think Shedeur's going to take over later in the year, like I've been saying since he got drafted there. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't know what happened with Dylan Gabriel. I think, his college stats prove that he could do it, but he's also really short. And I think there's a stat, like how many quarterbacks that size have made in the NFL? Not very many. So wish him nothing but the best and hope he makes it happen. But it's going to be an uphill climb, no doubt. So Next game we got is the Panthers and Texans. Texans handled this game. I didn't really watch much of the Panthers, but I see Jake Plummer got in, former Louisville, because he played under Brom, 10-14 and with 3 yards, 2 picks. Not, anything to rave about. Next game, we had the 49ers and Raiders. Ashton Jonte, 7 carries, 33 yards, 1 touchdown. I really liked what I saw from him. He runs hard, man. He runs like he's got nothing else to live for, just trying to run over people and score touchdowns. And you know what? I cannot respect it any more than I do. That is so dope. I think the Raiders are going to be a team that surprised a lot of people this year. I think they're going to be one of those teams that was really bad last year, but improves a lot this year. Pete Carroll coming in as a coach is a big change that a lot of people aren't giving him credit for. And, of course, they still got Crosby. They got Jonte. They got Brock Bowers now. They're going to be a good team this year. They're going to be focused. So next game we had was the Ravens-Cowboys. 31 Ravens, Cowboys 13. Cooper Rush, started for the Ravens. Really, really great backup for them. Was a great backup for the Cowboys for a long time, but Ravens are pretty set, and I think the Cowboys are pretty set. So didn't learn much from that. Just had a couple rookies playing, and they kind of figured out what to do. So next game was Rams 23, Chargers 22. This was a game I really liked because every time I watch Stetson Bennett, I'm getting more and more confident in him and what he can do in the league and what he can make happen. I mean, this game alone, 28 for 40, 324, 3 touchdowns. Great game by Stetson. If he can keep his life in order, I think he's got the opportunity to do something special, especially Stafford. When Stafford's done, he's 37. I don't know. I mean, he's got, 5 years at the most left maybe, especially with how beat up his body's been over the years. But go from one Georgia quarterback to another, that's never a bad thing. We like going dog to dog. So, but Stetson, man, it was only a matter of time before he played good. I mean, he was good in college. He won 2 national championships. It's not a fluke. I don't care how good his team is. The quarterback has to be decent. Look at the Bears. The Bears couldn't win a Super Bowl based on the fact that their quarterback was Rex Grossman. Sorry, Rex Grossman, for the stray. You didn't deserve it, but you're catching a stray today. So, Jets Giants. Another Giants 31, Jets 12. Really impressed by what I've been seeing from Jackson Dart. I mean, this game, 14 for 60, 137, 1 touchdown, really has been in control, seems poised, has the arm strength, not afraid to kind of just let it rip and trust that he knows what's going on. So, really, really great start for Jackson Dart. I think I saw they named Russ the starter. I disagree with Dayball on that 100%. I think it should be Jameis or Jackson Dart. I think Russell is a great leader and all that, but I think he's done. I think he's a check down machine. I don't think he takes the shots as much as he should anymore, and that's my thoughts on it. So we'll see what happens, but that's why he's an NFL coach, and I'm here making videos. But one day, y'all gonna listen to me. And then next we had Buccaneers and Steelers. Skylar Thompson. Not much happened there. Not a lot of players played that. Broncos 27, Cardinals 7 in the next game. Jarrett Stidham, backup quarterback for the Broncos, played really, really well. 16 for 23, 240, 2 touchdowns. Looked really in control of the offense. Looked like he knew exactly what was going on, where to go. And unfortunately, he has Bo Nix in front of him, but I always thought Jarrett Stidham was a decent player. So next game was the Bears and the Bills. Bears gave the Bills that smackdown, 38-0. This was also Caleb Williams' first game under Ben Johnson. He played. Really, really impressed from what I saw from Caleb. I think he was 6 for 10 for 107 and a touchdown. But, ball came out of his hands quick, trusted his feet, got back, hitched, made the throw. Didn't hitch, not trusting his throw, not trusting the offensive line. The biggest thing I saw from Caleb, too, was on that 2nd and 5, the protection broke down immediately. Didn't try to run around in circles and make plays, just threw the ball away. Got rid of it, lived to see another day. And I think that's showing his growth, that he trusts his team more and trusts that they're going to win games and they don't need him to be Superman every single game. So, really loved what I saw from the Bears. Ben Johnson, too. Ben Johnson was on psychopath lock-in mode where it wasn't smiling, wasn't doing anything, ready to win, which that's what we need from the Bears coach. Because Matt Nagy and Eberflus, shut up, man. Shut up. So, really impressed by the Bears, though. Caleb, you're the truth, brother. I'm excited to see you this year. And then Jags Saints, Spencer Rattler, 18 for 24, 199, a touchdown. I think he's going to be the starter there. I don't know. That's a tough competition. I think he has a little bit more upside the title show, but what do I know? So, and then lastly, Bengals Commanders, Jake Browning and Mitchell Tinsley. I think Tinsley's the truth, and if the Bengals will sign him, he should be picked up because he had 5 receptions, 73 yards, 2 touchdowns, played amazing. And Jake Browning, always been one of the better backups in the quarterback. University of Washington stand up, 16 for 25, 159, 2 touchdowns. Preseason week 2, saw a lot of starters that didn't play in week 1, which I love to see. Kind of learned a lot about, again, Caleb. Learned a lot about him and who he is as a person and what he believes in and made it happen. And then, just a bunch of other quarterbacks around the league. And again, it's preseason, so don't want to go too high, don't want to go too low. But the same people that talk shit when people play bad in the preseason, when they play good, they're against it. So I don't know. It's whatever. It's Don't take too much from it. Don't take too little from it because it's a very important time. And yeah, that was NFL preseason week 2 presented by Dill Talk Sports. Check out the TikTok for quicker videos. YouTube is more my longer videos, but TikTok, I got quick minute videos, shorts, and just love doing this for y'all. Can't wait to make this my career. I appreciate everyone supporting. Build your dynasty, keep moving forward, and God bless. Juicy.